So I spent a while grinding up Titanite shards and souls because I was too stingy to buy Titanite shards with the souls. We're not going to use all 100k on levels, but we are going to use a bit of it for a few levels for something, but also this is something I completely forgot about. But we can upgrade this. We can upgrade our shield and armor. So that brings it from 70 to 73. Not great, but it's a thing. I thought about buying these so I could just go to Blighttown to it, but I prefer going to Andre instead of just doing it myself whenever, because going to Andre makes it feel more special. Because it's going out of your way to go on this little mini journey to this professional blacksmith to get stuff done. So I'm not going to do that. And then reinforce armor. We also got a ton of like this stuff because of all the grinding. And when I do things on my own, I just talk to myself randomly. And so because of that, I don't know if I said this while recording or if I said this while just nonsensically blathering on. But I feel like in Dark Souls 1, the vendor should have a sell option, but have it be very limited in its capacity. So, for example, Andre is a blacksmith. He works to make weapons and armor and stuff like that. So, it would make sense that you can sell weapons and armor to him. Because he could, even if he isn't going to use that specific piece of armor, he could still use that metal. And stuff like this would probably be really cheap. But just to like get it out of your inventory. But anyways, I did this on my experimental character. And going through the entire Elite Knight set, from base to +3, I only looked at the physical defense. And it went up like 20 something. Which, pretty good. I mean, it's mostly from the chest piece. Because if you look at this 19 to 21, that's a jump of 2. If you look at this jump of 2, this jump of 3, this jump of 5. So, it's mostly in the armor, like the chest piece and the pants. But upgrading all of it is good. And yeah. When I went to talk to him, he went to go say something. He was like, I can't do much with that. Just by walking and talking up to him like this. Don't.
I'll be seeing you that week.
But he wouldn't replicate it, so I don't know what he was trying to say. But we got that now. And I also did some testing, some checking things out. Ring of the Evil Eye was giving 30 HP per kill. I don't know exactly how it works in this game, because a lot of things work differently in this game. Like, a lot of how the numbers work. Like, for example, the katana, I don't know where exactly it would be. Here. Like, auxiliary effects, 300 bleed. In the games I'm used to playing, like Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, if a weapon is bleeding, it would be like 30. In Elden Ring, you can get some weapons, mostly very, very slow weapons, up to like 117, but you'd never see 300. But this guy,
Ah, oh, you. Have you seen Milady?
nope.
Oh, blast, where might she be? And would she be safe?
Miracles, please?
Oh, I'm sometimes.
Yes. But, yeah, so I was thinking, because we lost Firelink Shrine, so we can't get 10 heals, well, heal 5 uses. And now that's just gone. And I tested it with Pyromancy, like the basic fireball, on my other character. And, yeah, it is sit back at a bonfire, and you get that back. Now, the talisman has better scaling, but this has better magic adjustment. They're both at 39 right now. But once we get the levels for it, and also this guy, the guy we saved in the depths.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely too. I have my pyromancy of the Great Swamp, so I can usually manage with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you. And unless you find the magic's unsavory.
This guy's cool. I like him a lot.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm sure that they'll be of some use, some assistance. Here, first take this.
I don't know why I like him so much. He just has a great voice, and he seems like a great person for you to just hang out in Firelink and just talk to.
A flame from the Great Swamp. Now you're a fully fledged pyromancer. Well, let's get started right now.
But yeah, I bought Fireball on the other character. And it wasn't great, but it was fun to just go around and smack some enemies up there.
Pyromancy is the art of casting fire. Produce flame, then channel it, just as our ancestors did. A pyromancer must be in tune with nature herself. My home, the Great Swamp, is an abundant store of nature. You will understand one day. It only takes time. Pyromancy has a, well, rather primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with advanced culture, and pyromancers are considered rather unsavory, which is fine, as I never got along with anybody anyway. So, for me, turning undead didn't change a thing. A pyromancer's flame is a part of his own body. The flame develops right along with his skill. When I gave you that flame, I gave you a part of myself. Please take good care of it.
Yeah, so...
Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go hollow.
yeah, so they're fun. And... nah, we can wait.
I'm not up for chatting.
And he's a delight as ever. Now, on my experimental character, I didn't talk to Goldie because he showed up, and on this character, I talked to Goldie, and then he vanished and she died. Dead. And on my experimental character, I saw him here and got really worried, and so I didn't talk to him, and then I came back down because I was going to Blighttown from the other way around, because that seems like the much better way for me. And this guy straight up vanished. Like, Goldie just vanished. And Firekeeper was still alive. Quests and NPCs, stuff like that, are gonna be a big thing where it's gonna take a bit to learn. Especially if I don't, like, since I don't really look anything up until I've done at least 1 or 2 playthroughs. It's gonna take a bit to learn. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to try to figure out things on your own and experiment. And really go at this from someone playing the game when it first came out and, like, didn't have, like, someone who didn't have internet. No. Oh, that took pretty close to half your health. No. No. But it really feels like, I don't know what the word would be for it, but Blighttown feels much better going from the the Valley of Drakes inwards instead of from the sewer boss, like, door. And I mean, maybe that's because they designed the level for people to go from the door. And so they put everything facing that way, or at least most things facing that way. But it just feels so much better. And I'm not 100% on why. Although, I think I'm gonna make a big mistake by, on my experimental character, going through the normal way. Like, from the top going down. Because on my experimental character, I have mostly gotten through the depths. I'm pretty close to getting to the boss. Leave me alone. A few things are weird. And the miss. You can't really turn while doing those falls in this game. Which, I mean, makes sense. You can't really turn while falling in real life super well. But you can see your shadow in all the lower ones as well. Which I think is kind of funny. It's just a small visual bug. And That's something else that I don't know if I said it while recording or while just rambling to myself. But first we can get this. So, faith up to 12. And then, since we can do this... I mean, why not? Why not? Because I was gonna spend some of these, probably like 16-20k on the transient curses. But we're about to go into a boss and don't want to lose it. Actually, let's repair our equipment just to squeeze as much out as we can. Only 6. And attune magic. Insufficient attunement slot. Ah. Dang. That's something I should have looked at then. But I have some friends that are massive fans of Dark Souls 1 and will say and do anything to defend the perfection that is Dark Souls 1. And before I got the game, I talked with some of them. And what a lot of them... Like what they ended up saying was that the biggest problem with the game was how it looked. And that the visuals were the biggest problem. Which, for the first, like, hour or two of playing the game, I'd agree. The visuals really bugged me. Because I was used to playing the newer games, like Elden Ring, which look really good. But after an hour or two, I got used to the visuals. And I mean, for me, visuals are probably the biggest thing because in video games, well, I mean, in real life, you have 5 senses. I see these two. But in real life, you have 5 senses. But you can only use 2 of those senses in video games. Because, like, you can't taste video games, you can't touch video games, only your input system of, like, mouse and keyboard or controller. And you can't smell video games. Meaning, with video games, you only have 2 senses. Vision and hearing. And because you only have 2 senses, those senses mean a lot more. And I mean, you can go without hearing in basically everything. Like, I've played Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, and Elden Ring a ton with the games muted and just listening to either, like, podcasts or scary stories or whatever. And it didn't really impede my ability to play the game. There'd be, like, a thing here or there where an enemy would be walking up on me from behind and I wouldn't hear them because I had the game muted, but me not being able to hear by playing the game muted has never once gotten me killed. Whereas if you can't see, that is 100% going to get you killed. And unless you're some god gamer who has every pixel of the entire game figured out and memorized, it's straight up just impossible to play video games without being able to see. But you can play video games without being able to hear. And so, because of that, visuals for me are extremely important. And even if a game has really good gameplay and story and whatnot, they're so mean. Get out of here. But even if a video game has like a good story and gameplay and all that fun stuff, if it doesn't have the visuals, like if it has really bad visuals, it will bother me to the point of, for some games, straight up just not playing. Like there have been pretty decent games that I've had to stop playing because the visuals simply bothered me too much. That hasn't happened with this game. The visuals, after the first hour or two, straight up stopped bugging me. I mean, there are a few small nitpick things, like I don't like the little tick markers on the health and stamina, but that's whatever. That makes sense. It can be used if you're trying to figure things out, and it's not that big of a deal. It's just a small little nitpick that bothers me on a personal level, and even then I can really just ignore it. But like, the visuals haven't bothered me since I've adjusted, and I can tell what everything is. The visuals have never gotten me killed. But if you try rolling forward and left or forward and right, in all the later games, I don't know about Dark Souls 2, but definitely in Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, and Elden Ring, you will roll forward and left or forward and right. In Dark Souls, you roll forward. And on my experimental character, that straight up, like, it fully got me killed. And then I had to go back and fight him completely with no lock-on. Because the lock-on messes with your rolling so much, it hurts. And this is the remaster. It came out in 2018, 2 years after Dark Souls 3. Maybe this is just a I don't understand coding or video games thing, but it feels like they could have taken the rolling from Dark Souls 3 and made it to fit Dark Souls 1, because obviously, like, the animation, the speed, the stuff is different. So they probably can't just copy-paste it. But even if it took a little bit of work, it would have been worth it to have 360 rolling. And have the rolling be functional and feel smooth. Because the visuals have never killed me. The rolling has. The janky, clunky feeling of everything has. And Wolfring, maybe. I'm not killing you guys. After what happened last time, no. But yeah, I understand wanting to be faithful to the original, but sometimes you need to change a thing or two here or there. Because my friends who really hard defend this game have said that the biggest problem was the visuals. And visuals for me are very, very important. But the visuals haven't bothered me. Oh, that's... This is probably gonna take a few tries. You can turn very quickly. I don't like that. And you can jump. I don't like how quickly you can turn and jump. Yeah, it's really hard to get behind them because of how quickly they turn. I can't move. Yeah, stuff like that. The hitboxes are very janky and clunky. And it really affects the gameplay at times. Where it's like, the visuals don't affect the gameplay. The visuals are definitely good enough for you to know what everything is. But see, like, the hitboxes. How? The hitboxes are just... It's the hitboxes and the fact that rolling while locked on just is not a viable strategy. Oh, you two are a one-shot. Good to know. Alright, so... maybe boost defense. I don't know what the fastest way to get there would be. Especially with those rock guys. Oh, get away from me. Yeah, because you don't want to go running back to the boss for another attempt and then get a boulder to the neck. Because that wouldn't be very good. But what was that noise? But yeah, it's like, the fact that rolling is extremely clunky and very often rolls you in a different direction from the button you press. And so if you want to roll, you have to roll locked off. And some of the hitboxes being extremely jank. It's like the roll being slower. Ow. It's like the roll being slower, I can understand. But sometimes straight up just being unable to move because hitboxes are janky, or pressing left but rolling right. Oh my god. It's like... It's gonna explode. Yep. Alright, so it seems like they really like exploding when you're behind. Oh, okay. Can you not go up that? Apparently not. Alright, so it's like when she hugs it, you can tell they're going to explode. And... And when you're behind, they really like to explode. Don't do that. But yeah, it's like, because of how extremely jank both hitboxes and rolling are, it basically forces you into a shielding playstyle. But like, in the other games, like in Dark Souls 3, shielding is viable. Shielding is 100% viable. You just have other options. And like, I prefer rolling. And if you want to roll, you can roll. And if you want to shield, you can shield. You're not forced into one or the other. It's just, you do what you prefer. But in this, you can't really do what you prefer. It's just, shielding is the method because rolling is too jank. Which sucks, because I love having lots of options in video games. And so when the game is just like, nope, you get one option, or the game gives you several options, but all the options outside of one are just so bad that you're forced into one. It just doesn't feel good. And that's one of the reasons why I like games like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. Oh hey, Soul of Quelaag. We've only gotten one other soul so far. That's the way we came in, so... Solo Quelaag, Twin Humanities, 20k. Alright, but in Bloodborne, pretty much every single weapon is viable, outside of, like, the Reaterpralash. I probably butchered that pronunciation. But... oh, the second Bell of Awakening. Oh. But almost all the weapons are viable. In Dark Souls 3, almost all the weapons are viable. And here, I'm sure a lot of the weapons are viable, but just rolling isn't. Where, again, I don't know about Demon Souls or Dark Souls 2, but in all the later games, rolling is viable. Which, you could say, oh, well, Dark Souls 1 was the second in the series. Like, you don't get a lot of hair options because it's older. The rolling is all wonky because the game's older, but it's like, the hair doesn't affect anything. It doesn't affect gameplay. Rolling affects gameplay. And again, this is the remaster. It came out in 2018. The game would not have been worse. People would not have been mad about how unfaithful the game was if they just made rolling more viable. And less jank. But I forgot why we were ringing the 2 bells of awakening, but we were told to by someone. Who told us to do this? Was it the guy who gave us the Estus flask? I'm sorry, is that a giant? That is a giant. Cool. Oh, the gate descends fortress. I'm not going in there. Was that giant up there the entire time? I don't think he was. Because I was up at the top on my other character and I was looking at it. Like, looking at the fortress, and I was like, I wonder what that is. I have 2 Estus Flask. Doesn't matter, we're going in. Haven't even walked into the area and I hate it. I don't hate... Can we not do anything with this? Oh, I thought that was like an elevator or something. Maybe it is, but we have to get to like the bottom and then this will be a shortcut. Don't hate the lava, I hate these. But also, big lighting change. I hate the spider look. I hate the spider look. Oh, bonfire. Demon ruins. Hold hold up. What are those? What? $9K. Okay. Ah, we need to get attunement up to get the attunement slots. I'm assuming. I picked a different starting class on the experimental character. I think I picked Knight. And it already had one. It had 11 faith and I don't know what attunement it had. I'm gonna assume that we have to get to like 10 attunement because that makes sense in my brain. I have a feeling we're probably not supposed to be here yet. Less because of the lava and... Alright, one. Over our head, what are those things? I don't like that. I hate that. Two, fog gate. This kind of looks like you drop down here, go across that, and then go into the fog gate. And there's something in my brain screaming boss. Well, less so screaming boss, more so screaming death. But also above our head, there's like a little glowy over there. I don't know what that is. That leads down into lava. Oh, it also leads down over here. I'm not killing these things because... I said I'm not killing these things. You can follow me all you want, I'm not killing you. I know better. Oh, those are legs. I thought those were like two snakes. Okay, so sometimes the visuals are a tiny, tiny bit of a problem. But... One, I hate whatever those are. Two, I hate whatever these are, but they look cool. That doesn't look cool, that looks stupid. Whatever those are standing in the lava, that looks cool. Are those demons? Oh, the one just above our head, I saw, like... Yeah, I see tail moving. Which means they are... In fact... Is that a Capra demon? Is that a Capra demon? I think that's a Capra demon. Alright, how much damage does this do? Oh! That does, you don't touch that damage. Can I get whatever shoes those things are wearing? As to permanently stand in lava? Because, like, they must be some pretty good shoes. Yeah, heat-resistant shoes, guys? I know we're down some health. I mean, I guess we can heal. I'm not going through the fog gate. But I am going to sniff around. Is that angelic humming or someone murmuring to themselves? Oh, stairs. Yep, and this leads straight to a fog gate. That might not be a boss, because I don't see any boss. Is this something we can step on? Is this something we can smack? No. Well, don't see any other way to go. We're just gonna equip the homeward bone, and if we see a boss health bar, we're out. It's not going away. So this is 100% a boss. But I don't see a boss. Is the boss gonna come, like, sprinting down at us? Is that what's gonna happen here? Or are we going to be walking forward and then they're going to come up from behind? There was a fire in the top right. Fire means save. I ain't touching that. The illusion of free choice. Hey, wait, hold on. No, you're the only one, it looks like. He gave up. Hey. Can I fight you as a boss instead of whatever this thing is as a boss? Because this just looks stupid. This looks like a failed prototype of the One Reborn. With fire. That looks stupid. That looks cool. Can I can't lock onto you. I mean, they all look alive. And there's a one, like, looking at our head. One, and he's running back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's an item down there. Are you going all the way, or are you gonna give up again? Oh, he gave up again. Alright. For a second I thought it was like there's an invisible line, and when you cross the line he starts running up, but if you go back to that side of the line he gives up. But because I stood still and he gave up, I think it's just he sees you and goes up, but either in the process of going up and around he gets too far away, or something in his pathing is like, oh, there's a fog wall, you can't do anything. But yeah, that... I can lock onto you. You don't have a health bar. Which means you're a boss. What exactly am I locking onto? Like, what part of you is that? You're not being hostile. So, I'm assuming, because I've been here for a decent bit and you're not being hostile, I'm assuming what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pick this item up and it's gonna make you angry. And then I'm gonna homeward bone out of here. Ceaseless discharge. That's certainly a name. Alright, so what did we get? I saw boss health bar and I panicked. So I didn't see what we got. Also, yeah, we have 2 standard sets. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Lordran Black Hood. That sounds like something. This has really good fire defense. This would have been good for Quailag. Worn by the witch Quailana of Izalith. Mother of pyromancy and daughter of chaos. She wore this gold trimmed This gold-helmed black hood, I can't read, before even the age of fire, and it offers strong resistance versus fire, poison, and other perils. Oh wow, 36 poison. Ooh. Nothing against cursed though. So, I'm guessing if something does pure fire or you're walking through a poison area, this is probably pretty good. Wander coat. Was it this? I feel like it wasn't. Yeah, this. So I think they all just say the same thing. Ooh, this looks cool. The lighting isn't good, but... Okay, so... That's a thing we can do. I don't know how tough the boss is. But I'm not gonna try. That still really looks like an elevator. I'm going to maintain that that is an elevator until disproven. I was gonna say, there's no fires in boss rooms after you beat the boss in this game, which weirdly I agree with. I think that's a good decision, but I also hate it. But it's a good hate. It's like really effective horror. You hate it, but it's a good. Blighttown does not have good lighting conditions. Why don't you have good lighting conditions? You're called Blighttown. You should be... Oh my god, that bar is massive. You're called Blighttown. You should have the best lighting in the world. So we can see all the horrors. You're free to stay away from me. Oh, I thought he was looking at us. But he was looking the other way. And I thought he was getting ready to huck a rock at us. He was not, he was looking the other way. He did huck a rock, but... took a lot longer than I thought it would. Okay. Sit down. Yep. If I keep looking at things and saying, yeah, no, I ain't dealing with that, we're gonna run out of options real quick. So I think the option here is gonna be New Londo. Question mark. Partially because it looks and sounds less deadly than Demon Ruins and Blighttown and Valley of Drakes. Which I don't think we can do anything in the Valley of Drakes yet anyways, so... But... Also... Okay. Okay. But... One... It feels like... Or at least it's given off the vibes, having never been there and only looked at it and it's kind of blue, of not being as deadly as the other locations. I know whatever his face was said that there's ghosts there. Oh, there we go. But, and I mean, ghost implies death. But, I don't know, it seems less deadly. But also, whatchamacallums? Someone at some point said you need to go through New Londo to get to Anor Londo, which, considering they're both called Londo, that checks out. And we really want to get the Anor Londo because I don't know if I did this while recording a lot, but invade the world of the murder of a firekeeper, reclaim the soul of the firekeeper, City of the Gods, Anor Londo. So, need to get to Anor Londo. Are you coming? You're coming. Backstab. Camera? This is slightly better lighting conditions. Yeah, this looks cool. This is a really cool looking outfit. Ooh, can we just get one? Yeah, looks like we can just get one. Yeah, I believe this is how you're supposed to end Blighttown. Oh no. Alright, well, I am not in the business of fighting two of you, so goodbye. It's only 1,000 souls. We'll survive without it. But yeah, then somewhere over there you get a key. And then that key is for this door. If you didn't already open it with the master key. But yeah, look at this. Look how less deadly this looks. Looks so bright and lively. I can't get up. Alright, there we go. But yeah, before going through that, we're gonna take a small little detour because I don't know when the next bonfire is gonna be. And as cool as this looks, we're gonna go back to this because that's 11. This is 19. This is 31. This is 50. This is 12. This is 23. This is 23. This is 29. So we want to go with the more survivable set. Assuming the enemies are using physical. I mean, not guaranteed. Hi.
Did you ring the second bell?
Nope.
That is incredible, I must say.
Not me.
But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal.
What?
This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
What are you talking about? People drink coffee? Yeah, I know.
Damn, that stench.
What?
And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe it's time I do something about it.
What are you talking about? Is there like some new creature here? I mean, the bird's here still, but I don't think the bird drinks coffee. What are you talking about?
Maybe it's time I do something about it.
Maybe it is.
Maybe.
So is he gonna do something about it, or is he implying that you need to do something about it?
Oh, hello. Terrific. And pray.
You again. But I have no idea what he's done. Hold on. Hold on. Is that the body I got the item off of, or is that a person? What was that? But I'm gonna go find out. I've gotten more comfortable with movement, so I don't hate this as much. I still hate it, but... Oh, it's you. Hi.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
But yeah, I was talking about... Or when I mentioned that you should be able to sell things, but in a very limited capacity, that would make sense depending on the vendor. This guy likes shiny things and trinkets, so maybe you could sell shiny things to him. Oh, master key. We're stuck. Okay, so once you get here, or once he shows up here, you can buy the master key if you didn't already get it. Alright. Might buy this, but not right now. That's all you have? No. I remember I bought a wooden arrow on my alternative character and talked.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually, so I am willing to share some tips. If you see kindling in the catacombs, use divine weapons. That will repel the reassembling skeletons.
Yeah.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually, so I am willing to share some tips. The cursed ghosts of New Londo are formidable foes. To face them, you will require special arms, or a cursed body. The quickest way to be cursed? Try the bug-eyed lizards in the sewer. Desperate measures, to be sure.
Huh. So, what kind of special weapons are you talking about? Because, like, I can farm some Titanite shards pretty easily. And I have some other materials. This is one of the bad things of not looking up anything up. Is like, you don't know these things. But we could go get cursed by the basilisks in the depths. Or we could buy those things off of the person in the shortcut section to the depths for 4,000 each, and that's temporary. He said desperate measures, which means it probably comes at a big cost. And I mean, it's called curse. It probably comes at a big cost. But I wonder what the weapons are.
You are a fine trading partner. Rumor it may be, but I have heard of a surviving ancient dragon who resides in this land.
Yeah.
A coterie of undead serves the dragon as they train to become sound.
Alright. A few things. One, I went and bought a purging stone. Like, I went to go buy a few more of these. I could buy 3. She only let me buy 2, and then they just vanished. And so for a backup measure just in case I bought this. I'm not entirely sure how curse works in this game, but just in case. 2, he's gone. And 3, I went over there to cleric guy and I heard some weird noises, so I came over here to check it out. And the water is straight up gone. And these things opened up. And I can't lock on. I can lock onto the bird. So the bird is an enemy. But I can't lock on to you. I can talk to you. I don't know if I want to talk to you. You have a flesh mustache. Also, abrupt cut at the end there because something was happening. And I could have muted my mic, but I didn't because I didn't think about that at the time, so...
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening?
No.
I am
No.
the primordial serpent,
Oh.
King Seeker Frank,
Are you?
close friend of the great Lord Gwyn,
Are you?
chosen undead, who has rung
It
the
wasn't
bell
me.
of awakening.
It was some other guy.
I wish to elucidate your fate.
I don't know what that
Do you
means.
seek such enlightenment?
No. I don't. However, I really, really need information. And even if it comes from Mr. Flesh Mustache, information is information, I suppose. I'm going to regret this. I can feel that I'm going to regret this. Why is the bird an enemy?
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead.
Is it now?
To this end, you must visit Anor Londo.
Anor Londo? Hold on. Anor Londo?
Lord Vessel.
I don't like that your flesh mustache just moved. I wasn't looking at the screen, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw the flesh mustache, like, flop. I don't like that. What's a Lord Vessel? What does it do? How do I get it? How do I get to Anor Londo? Can you eat my enemies for me? You got big teeth. You're real chompy. Could you eat my enemies for me? If no, where does your body go? Oh my god. You're a serpent? Oh. Oh. Gross.
I am pleased to see you well.
Oh.
Is it something urgent?
I can feed you? I can feed you solid metal? Can I feed you a bomb? Oh! Soul value. Hold on. Let me just... So I'm at 2,500. Oh. $27. 28. 29. I want one of each, so... I mean... So, this is essentially selling. I'm selling you stuff. I don't like the noises you make. But I'm glad that I can sell stuff. However, I don't trust you still. And you're gonna have to put in a lot of work to make me trust you. A great start that would go almost all the way would be cutting off the flesh mustache. That's the real problem I have with you here. I'm just gonna be honest. Something about the flesh mustache just really gets under my skin. Can't explain why. But are you gonna get full at some point? Or do you just have an insatiable hunger for spears? I really don't like the noises you make. But no. 10 bench. What is this? What is it? Who's dying in the background? Who is dying in the background? Jesus Christ. Who is dying in the background? It's like every time I ask a question, they die more violently. I feel like they're coughing on purpose. I feel like they don't have to cough. They just hear me asking about it and they're like, I'm gonna do it more. Okay, but okay, I think that's everything. I don't think feeding you souls is how you get boss weapons. I don't think that's how that works. Who is dying in the background? Jesus, who is dying in the background? Jesus Christ. I need to get a soundboard and just have that and just press it every single time someone coughs in the background. Because it can be silence for 10 years straight. I'll hit record, and within 20 minutes, someone is dying in the background. Every time without fail. But I'm not feeding you Titanite chunks because Titanite chunks are good. I can't use them yet, but they're good. I'm not feeding you blue Titanite chunks because I don't know what they do. I also don't know what I get out of it. But I'm gonna talk to you.
Those who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress.
Dang it.
Deadly house of traps.
I figured that.
Many have gone before you, but none have returned.
Figured.
Fate has chosen you,
No.
but proceed with caution.
Yes. I don't like the proceed part, but the caution, yes. What was his name? Siegmeyer? Siegmeyer was hanging out there? Can him and I go together? I feel like the chance of survival is better when you got two people.
Those who seek the realm, many have fate.
Okay.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here
No.
and await thee.
Can you not remain here? Hey.
Oh, well, I'm pleased, as always. If you provide the materials, I can teach you pyromancy. My teacher, whom I imagine still resides in the Great Swamp, had a funny way of putting it. He said that pyromancy is the ultimate fantasy. We are born into dark and warmed by fire, but this fire we cannot touch. Those whose fascination with fire persists learn to hold it in their own hand. He rather had a way with words, the old withering frog.
Frog? I'm sorry, what?
In this land, pyromancers earn a certain respect. The Witch of Izalith, one of the legendary lords, is the godmother of pyromancy. So the day I became undead, I was ecstatic. I felt as if I'd been chosen to attune myself to the ancient arts. Of course, it wasn't all that romantic in the end.
Sadly not. But,
A pyromancer's flame is a flame. Please.
yeah.
Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go hollow.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's the thing that this guy was talking about. Hey, can you get a firekeeper? We can be best friends if you get me a firekeeper. I'm assuming that's a no. I have 7.9k. I was gonna go over to the place by Andre to do a little, just a little bit of farming in order to get 15k for one more level. Before that happened, so I guess we can do this. New Londo ruins. I guess we should do this. Other direction. No. Here. Because we need to use this question mark. Don't push me off. Thank you for not pushing me off. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, are you the crestfallen guy? Or were you here the entire time and I just, like, never came down here? Okay. I mean, are you gonna be here every time? Like, the guys in the Artorias place? Because if so, you were easy to kill. Yeah, the game just gave me 2 transient curse. I'm guessing we have to use these for here. This place doesn't look very new. If this is what this place looks like, what's Anna Orlando gonna look like? Because I'm guessing that new comes before not new. God, there's so much fog here. Oh, item! I'm gonna assume that's death. If there's water and you can't see ground, assume death. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's death. Like, here you can see ground. There you can't see ground. So that's how you can tell it's death. Are there any more ghosties around before this wears off? How long does this last? This does not lead up, okay. Break this, because body flop and an item. 2 transient curse, okay. if the game gives a sufficient amount of them, then there's no reason to worry, right? I saw the light on the ground, thought it was a ghost. I was about to say, this is very small, and I know Dark Souls. Or at least I've got a feel for Dark Souls. And what it likes to do. And this gives me bad vibes. That's why it took so long. Oh! Firekeeper Soul. That's the, undead ash stuff. Undead bone shard, that's what it's called. That's the undead bone shard of this game. I think. The, like, +1 that gets you more healing per sip. Right? I think so. I mean, I'm guessing these, like, little white lights going up around me are the indicator that the transient curse is still active. So it's up for a while. That's good to know. Fog wall item there. I feel like there's something in here. Yep. Because, like, the thing there was really, really small. Whereas this wasn't as small. So I was like, well, it's not as small, so I don't think they're gonna do that again. Oh, hi. Okay. I was about to say, do they just keep coming, or is it gonna end? Contraption does not move. Alright, so this is gonna be a shortcut. That's quite a few enemies to get through before you can shortcut. Alright, that goes down, and that's a wall. I'm gonna heal. Is that something in the darkness? Paring dagger. Oh, nice. And this transient curse really lasts a while. Hi. Starting to wonder if it's not actually time-based. Ow. Alright, so maybe we should lock on. Oh, you gave 400. Another 2 transient curse. Oh. I opened my mouth and it went away. Should we heal again? I'm gonna go with yes. And we can swap to this. We saw a fog wall. I don't think they'd put a boss this close in, would they? It looks like we can maybe go off to the sides. Oh, there's an enemy there, so yeah, probably. And there's a ladder here. Oh, kick ladder. Kick ladder usually means shortcut. Huh. Alright. I'm gonna go down just because those things are up and trying to do the stabby stabs. Pop that because we're back to a location where those things are. Okay. I'm guessing that if we die, we're gonna have to come back through all these. And so we're probably gonna want to not die. I mean, you always want to not die. Ooh, item. You never want to die, but you really don't want to die when to attack the enemies. You need a consumable item. Oh, hi. I was scared that was gonna knock me off for a second. But it's good that these do last. I was really scared that they were gonna last like 30 seconds. And you're gonna have to just pop them constantly. Like in the middle of fights. Oh, hi. This is Dark Souls. Probably should have seen that coming. Ow. Alright, and they all dipped. Alright, coming back. Sure. Are these just like hit and run tactics? Alright. Ring of the Evil Eye helping us out. No, nothing. So we can go this way. Or out the side. Don't like the cramped areas, considering these things can go through walls. And I want to see the enemy coming. Sniff, 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 sniff. Just... Ow. What's with the lightning? Oh, okay. They surrounded and killed people. I wonder if you don't pop it. Oh, that'll put us here. Would they not be physical in the sense that you can't attack them, but also they can't stop you? And so you could just run through? I'm assuming that they can still hit you, which would be an encouragement to actually use the transient curse, because if not using it means they can't attack you, then no one would use them. And you just not have enemies in that area, essentially. So I'm assuming that they can still hit you, but it's probably... Well, I don't want to make probably assumptions, but I wonder if they're still physical in the sense that you can't walk through them if you don't use it. This is Dark Souls. I'm going to assume that they can still block you and attack you. And that the transient curse simply allows you to attack them back. That's the assumption I'm gonna go under, just because this is Dark Souls. I wonder how long they'll chase you for. Because, like, they can go through walls, but if you're fast enough, could you just sprint through the area? Alright, no, he was a one-time enemy. It's kinda sad. Right, don't wanna waste all of our stamina right away. Pop this, and if we don't waste our time, I mean, not a waste of time, but if we don't go through some of the traps that are, like, just there for items, I wonder, will they just not spawn in? And could we then not have to deal with nearly as many enemies? Also, do these enemies drop items? Please stop attacking me. There's another one. 2 transient curse. So they do drop items. They drop transient curse. Unless that was just, like, hidden in the wall and me hitting the wall opened it up. I forgot. The other way is the way to go. Okay. Wanted to see if there's an item. That's like, because there were some enemies over there, but... Alright, so knowing that they drop the curse occasionally, that's wonderful. That is wonderful news. That will help us a lot. Hi. Oh. Are all the ones from out there, from, like, the trap coming in? Because, man, it sure looks like it. It sure does look like it. Alright, so... The ones that scream look a little different. I don't know exactly what the screams do, but I'm gonna assume they're bad. I've never once kicked on purpose. Or there's a ladder there. But... Her souls are here. Ow. Alright, so if we were to go out immediately, that would have us go down some stairs. Oh, okay. So we can go out the side there, but yeah. This is how we get to this item. Green Titanite shard. You're throwing different colors at me now? Oh boy, God, there's so many ways to go. There's... Alright, so there's this way. There's this way, there's through that ladder. This isn't a bad thing, it's just... I have the memory of a goldfish, but we got Curse Bite Ring. Which, in the other games, increases your resistance to curse. Oh, that went away. Alright, so now there's two ways to go. I'm gonna go this way, because... I don't know why. Oh. Oh, thank God. Back here, they looked a lot bigger. And I thought they were an enemy. And I got scared. Like a one-time enemy or mini-boss or something. But you're a talkie bird. Oh my God. What is that weapon? And where do I get it? Talk.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't get many visitors, except for ghosts. Do you have some business here? My name is Ingward. I'm an old man, bound to these parts, but I don't mind a chat. I may even be of some help.
Okay, so... there's a firekeeper, and she died, and I'm trying to get the Anor Londo to make her not died. And also there's a giant flesh mustache primordial serpent who eats the armor I give them and gives me souls. Can you help with either of those?
I am the guardian of the seal.
What's the seal?
I watch over the four kings, the masters of the dark wraiths.
I know those enemies.
The dark wraiths are the enemies of man.
Yeah.
And any living thing that has a soul. They were born in New Londo.
Ah.
And that is where they perished. The entire city was sacrificed to contain them.
Makes sense.
That is how great a threat they were.
I'm assuming it was worth it?
I am the god. I watch over the dark. They were for that.
Alright, so you just say that. Oh, you sell transient curse, that's nice. Curse resist. Oh, that looks disgusting. Sorcery of the Red Road. Medicine. Sacrifice humanity to undo curse. Abhorrent curse, eat away at the core of one's resistance. Is no easy task indeed. have curse broken. You are not cursed. Okay, well... Thank you for not being an enemy. Still don't know how to fast slide down ladders. I've tried everything. I've tried holding space, which is run. I've tried holding down control. I've tried holding down alt. I've tried holding down C. I've tried tab. Yeah, I've tried a lot of buttons. No, it was... Was it the up and around? I don't remember. Nope. Ah, yeah, it was here. That's right. Green Titanite shard. Alright, so we can go forward or back. What's forward? Oh, this looks like a, contraption does not move. It's locked. Oh, that's a lever. Alright, that's a deathfall and water. It's underwater, it's definitely deathfall. Death? English. It's a deathfall. Composite bow and large arrows. Are the jingle jangles me walking, or is that someone else? And also... Yeah, I was about to say, that looks like the Valley of Drakes. And there's a drake down there on the bridge. Oh, is that the, from the mossy area down... And then that's the bridge with the drake, and then the 3 drakes? So there's like one there, and then one on the bridge, then 3. So is that contraption there to open the gate at the Valley of Drakes? Well, I don't think we can do anything there yet. So, moving on. I was about to say, it looks like we can roll onto this, but would there be a reason for that? That looks like just a way to get in. Same with that. Or to get back in, I should say. Rare Ring of Sacrifice. Do we want to check this, or are we going to be stabbed? Die, lose nothing, nullify, curse, ring breaks. Okay. So this is just a Ring of Sacrifice, but it looks different, and it also nullifies curse. Well, this says lose nothing upon death, upon ring breaks. This says die, lose nothing. So equipping it would just, like, insta-kill you? Question mark? I don't think we can get back up there. Ooh, my ankles. Okay, but it's out this way. I don't like the ghostly moans. Why are you doing that? And should we heal? I think we can maybe... I don't trust it. Humanity. Alright, so where do we go? Where do we go? Because, like, I don't think we can go this way. We went up top. So, like, the only 3 ways I can think of are the elevator over there, which we couldn't open. This, which we can't move. And this, which is locked. So, what do we do? Where do we go? This doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Trying to think, is there any place where we could, like, see an item? What's with the ghostly, like, Oh, there's something, something below us that can't get up. Like, let me up! Oh, I'm stuck. Ow. They got up. But I couldn't see any items. So, I don't know. I mean, there's a chest there. I see stairs there. Could we roll down? Please don't attack me. Could we roll down from where she is onto there, land in the water and survive, and then walk around to the stairs? And then go up the stairs to the chest. It doesn't really look like it. But I mean, probably worth a shot. I don't know what your screams do. And the answer would be no. Unless we can land on that very, very small platform. But I don't think so. But until we figure out what to do, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go get the souls back. That's no problem. And we'll know what to do by next time. Without having to go fight the ceaseless discharge, I think they were called. Because that's a no. But, yeah. Super, super quick update. I was going around. I got my souls, but I wanted to, while the transient curse was still active, I wanted to go around and just get a good vantage point, kill some enemies, see if there was anything I could find, and talk to them again and whatnot. And I came down here, and I was looking at this, and I was thinking about all the buttons I was pressing, and you have to hold the run button without pressing up or down. That's how you slide in this game. which means you can't do it going up, which is fine, but you have to hold the run button. Like, keep this in mind. In order to go down the ladder quickly, you have to hold the run button while on the ladder without pressing down. That's very counterintuitive. But whatever. Figured it out. Whatever. But I talked to Comf, whatever his name is, Flesh Mustache, and he mentioned Sen's Fortress, which I had honestly forgotten about. But that's what we're gonna do next. So, yeah.